There. All right, let's switch gears now. Ryan, what are you keeping your eyes on this morning?
Yeah, so out towards the east, Trayson, is something that could impact our local weather here in Houston later this weekend. So not until Friday, Saturday, maybe even a Sunday, a weak tropical system that will become Bertha very, very soon, either tonight or tomorrow, and that could impact our weather again later this weekend. We'll talk about that in a second. First, temperatures out the door if you're heading out to lunch in the next 15 to 20 minutes or so. Obviously, it's pretty hot. It's very humid. Winds are not helping all that much. We're hanging in the upper 80s to near 90. 90 at Conroe, 84 at Livingston, 88 in Galveston, 90 at Sugar Land. Later today, we are forecasting a high of about 96 to 97. That's very, very hot because when you factor in how humid it is, heat indices, the feels like temperatures, what your body's telling you, will feel more like, let's say, 103 to 104 at times. So please be careful. Drink plenty of water. Stay hydrated, as the heat will be the big story. There is, again, some of those heat indices out there this afternoon around 4 to 6 p.m. It'll be the hottest time of day with the heat index maxing out maybe up to 105. Okay, let's talk about the tropics. Everybody's talking about it on social media. The eyes are on tropical depression 2. It's a weak tropical low in the eastern Gulf. Right now swinging in a lot of rainfall between Tampa Bay, Panama City, the Panhandle of Florida. Right now, it's getting its act together. It looks a little bit more impressive on satellite imagery, on infrared, on radar as well. The lower levels is driving in more moisture from the south, and we're getting that look on satellite and radar. Now, what we're watching closely is the forecast cone. Take a look as we go into Friday and Saturday. The cone gets very large, meaning there's a lot of uncertainty beyond Wednesday. The question is, what does this system do after New Orleans? Does it hang over land more frequently through Wednesday and Thursday, or does it reemerge over water, which would help strengthen it slightly by Thursday and Friday? But look at the models. They really disagree beyond Wednesday. Some models take it towards the southeast, some take it into New Orleans and stay over land, and a lot of them recently, the trend is staying over water a little bit longer. Now, the key is high pressure and also the winds moving in from the north and northeast. So again, we talked about this earlier. Bertha, what becomes of Bertha later this week, will be fighting a lot of wind shear and maybe even some land interaction. So we're watching two different scenarios. The second scenario would keep it over water longer, and that would likely mean by Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, larger impacts locally, higher rain coverage, maybe some increased swells towards Galveston. Here's a higher resolution look at it. So here's tomorrow this time. It's gaining some momentum, likely becoming Tropical Storm Bertha by later tonight through tomorrow. Now, as the low gets a little bit more impressive, it approaches New Orleans, likely Wednesday morning, Wednesday afternoon. But as previously mentioned, it's going to be fighting land interaction and wind shear from the northeast that'll likely tear it apart. Now, again, if it can gain some momentum later this week, that could mean more rain chances, but this high resolution guidance by Thursday, I mean, it really weakens it by later this week. So we'll have to monitor it. Aside from that, this ridge steers it farther west, and this keeps us very hot here in Houston. This pushes down on the atmosphere and boosts daytime highs to like near 100 on Wednesday and Thursday. So get ready for the heat. Some daily rain chances. Of course, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday are subject to change depending on this rain system in the Gulf. That'll dictate more on rain coverage and local impacts here in Houston. Otherwise, 100 on Wednesday. That would make it the first triple-digit day of the year with slightly cooler air by Friday and Saturday. But again, we'll keep up to date with that weather system in the Gulf and keep you up to date here on KHOU with details to come later today. Trayson?
Ooh, lots of water is going to be needed for folks to stay hydrated this week. All right. Thank you so much, Ryan. Car payments are taking a bigger bite out